Hello, you wonderful person. Today we will be getting into a game that was promised to us many eons ago. The only competitor and rival to Minecraft, but we've never got to really enjoy it. But finally, the promises are about to be fulfilled, and while the game is still in early access, so I suspect there's going to be a lot of issues with it, I thought, what better time to start playing than with everyone else? Now, I've only gone with the standard edition because I couldn't care too much about cosmetics, but we've got my character looking here, and I think they're looking very, very fly. Now, let's begin naming our world, and this, I think, is going to be a magical journey. So what better than to name this a magical journey? And let's just see what this game's about. Already love the graphics here, and if this is any foreshadowing, I really hope there are some dragons to fight. I haven't seen too much of what the game has to offer, but it does look very, very familiar in terms of other games that we've seen. So I don't know, let's just begin by seeing what the world has to offer. So I love the music. And yeah, there's a fairly standard crafting menu. Very interesting. I wonder if the resource progression is similar to that of Minecraft. If that is the case, then this game is going to be very easy to progress at the start, but I do suspect there's going to be lots of varieties of mobs and a lot more depth to the building aspect that you just wouldn't get with any other game. So let's just see what other things we can make. A workbench is good, a chest, storage, and let's get some torches later. Might be important for dealing with the food issue when that eventually becomes one of our priorities. So I might gather a couple more resources, and let's just see. Let's just do a little bit of exploring. We're not really going to make a base, but I'm going to try to stay safe, survive this first night, and make sure we have plenty of resources to keep ourselves safe. This is a very, very nice atmosphere. That looks like an enemy there. Let's see how the shooting mechanics are. Don't want to get dying on our first day. That was fairly simple. 3 arrows to kill that bony skeleton looking guy. Quite scary. And I think 100 might be the maximum that we can carry in a single stack. Unlike a previously known arbitrary 64, that is quite a nice amount. And then energy does refill, so you can't sprint forever, which is something you've got to be mindful of, especially if we want to run from some enemies. That should be fine. A hibiscus. Essence of life. What does that do? In great concentrations, perhaps it could bring forth sentience. So maybe there are some pets that we can also make. Okay, we'll do some more foraging. What is this? Chalk. And marble chalk. Oh, marble cobble, sorry. That looks like it'd be a very good building material. Well, I might have to forage some food as well. I wonder if... Okay, so we've got some meat, light hide. Is there any food exploration there? And maybe we can put some ash logs over. Does it hurt when I stand on it? No, it doesn't. Okay, so we have some meat now to sustain us for a little bit longer. Oh, that looks like a ruined, though I'm sure there might be some enemies over there. Are they sheep? Wow. Now what's in here? This looks like a very interesting building. Oh, maybe it's just some... It's just some random structure with no real purpose. It looks like there might be stuff on top of there. Is there anything up here? No. Something leveled up. Can you critical hit? So I can take damage when I go behind them. So let's not do that. Ooh, that looks interesting. Yeah, so I'm seeing some lights that direction. Let's just investigate what it is. Another thing I've noticed is, firstly, the sky looks amazing, but the day-night cycles are also a little bit slow. So that has me worried, because maybe that time they've given us is to prepare for something bad. So we'll head in that direction. I'm not planning on building anything myself, so if there are some occupants, you know, some things might have to happen. Some things that I might not speak about. But let's just say we will be staying there for the night. And there seems to be a cave system here as well. Alright, let's quickly go here. This looks like it either might be a safe place or a very dangerous place. Seems like it's occupied. Whoa, hello? Well, let's grab that venom sac there, and we'll just get onto this building. Get strafed. Okay, well, the enemies don't move around too much. Ah. But there was quite a lot of loot here. I feel like I shouldn't be mining at night. I should be listening to Captain Sparkles, but I can't help myself. Oh, we found a really good copper vein. Yeah, let's just put some wood in here. Turn it on. Okay, nice. I will put my target down, my dummy down. Okay, it's unclear whether creatures of the void produce this essence or if the presence is required to sustain their existence. What can be said for certain is that these two are inextricably bound. I don't know what the essences are for either. Yeah, no idea. There's mana as well, so that leads me to believe there is some abilities that we might be able to unlock. What can we craft? I don't know what that... Find the forgotten temple to learn more. Ah, okay. So I think the temple that we kind of ran away from may have been important to progressing. So we will actually go back, but I like this flat area as our base of operations because it's kind of in the middle of all of the different biomes that I'm also not familiar with the world generation. So we will try to do some exploring after we've settled down. But maybe what I'll do is I'll continue mining in the caves because this part might be a little boring, and I will catch you guys back when we have gathered all of our resources. Oh, what is that? That looks scary. Is this a boss battle? What are those mobs? I feel like I shouldn't, but I should, but I shouldn't. Okay, we will indicate that as a very, very important location here, and we will be back. Alrighty, so I have just returned from the mining expedition. Holy crap, is that an asteroid? Or is that the moon? Interesting. Yeah, that looks like the moon, even though it looked like it was heading towards us. Anyways, what I was saying was we just returned from the mining expedition. I was expecting to get a little bit more loot, but I guess that's good enough for now. I don't know if that'll be enough for full iron ore, but I did see quite a few things. That being said, I feel heavily underdressed, underprepared, so we might go out gathering some more life essence, void essence, whatever other essences exist. We are going to smelt all of our ores, so we might require multiple furnaces. 3 furnaces should be good. We will move them over into this corner here. So 1, 2, and 3. We'll start smelting our things here. But yeah, I saw that boss cave, which looked very exciting, but also very ominous. I'm not sure how the boss battles are like in this game, because I haven't seen too many of the trailers or gameplay footage. I wanted to kind of keep it fresh to myself and go in with no expectations, so that might be to my detriment. Hopefully it's exciting. Hopefully it is exciting. But we have enough linen and enough iron for the first few pieces of basic armor. I think, yeah, we'll try use a battle axe knife combo, or maybe a dagger, because that might let us transition between a heavy attack that breaks our shield, and then we can switch real quick and attack them with fast attacks, fast light. At least that's usually how games go with these boss battles. Does this drop any? I feel so bad. Why'd I do that? No. Okay, well, I'm gonna go try find some more light hinds, and then I'll catch you guys back when we are fully suited up. What the hell did I just walk into? This is freaky. Hello? Oh. Was I not supposed to do that? Yeah, I don't know what that spider cave was, but very creepy. What is this blue glowing thing here? Blue crystal shards. What can someone do with shards? Once sought the aid of more. So this gemstone is probably something mana related. Interesting. I guess there is a forest nearby, a mana forest nearby, so yeah, quite interesting. And there we go. That should be our full iron armor. Okay, so 25% defense. Our health is improving, and I think we are quite stacked up. Now, I might grab a couple more arrows just because I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how the boss fight goes, and when it comes to boss fights, I am a little bit of a bow spam. So what I'm going to do is grab just a couple of stones here and there, and I think we'll try to fight him with 2 stacks of arrows. And if possible, we might have to use some water buckets to try and control his movements if that's necessary. So I have marked out the location here, and we will try our best to enter it. This is a very scary location. Now I'm curious. Am I just choosing him? Is he healing? Where'd he go? Where's our guy? Where is our guy? See, it's very hard to enter into this place here. Maybe that wasn't a boss fight. This is very eerie. You guys might have to let me know. What is that? Alright, let's try going a different direction. Maybe there's... like, how are these not boss battle minions? I'm gonna try find something interesting. If there's nothing interesting in this cave, then at least we'll know we completed the first day collecting a lot of good loot. What the hell was that? But yeah, let me just skip forward a little bit. This looks like an interesting place. Maybe it's a goblin hideout? Oh, that's interesting. That's also interesting. Yeah, you know what? Let's try to fight this guy. It's not much of the boss fight I was imagining. We got some essence of fire at least. Whatever this blue stuff is. Crystal shards. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Alright, these menacing looking guys aren't that bad. I really think it's the sorcerers I have to worry about. Let me just explore these caves a little bit more, and then you guys can catch up with me when I see something. But as it turns out, our expedition was not the most successful thing in the world. I was expecting huge boss fights, but we don't really get any. Now, what I plan for us to do is to hopefully go to the forbidden... what did they call it? The Forgotten Temple Gateway, and then by doing that we can unlock some magic. It's really hard to determine what exactly to do in games like this, because at some point it is just an open world sandbox, but at the same time I do feel like there is a little bit of direction. For example, in Minecraft, the direction being you would fight the Ender Dragon and the Wither, and there is a little bit of a progression system that you're expected to follow. So I assume with Hytale, it will be quite similar. I'm gonna quickly deposit some things back at home. All of the loot that we got from our cave expeditions, and then yeah, we can figure out what is important for us afterwards. Alrighty, so we have just finished smelting our ores that we've collected from that very lucrative mining expedition, although we didn't find what we were looking for, which was a very challenging boss battle. We did get quite a lot of good loot: silver, gold, iron and copper. And now one thing I have noticed is there are no silver or gold tools. Yeah, nothing. The progression goes copper, iron, thorium, cobalt, adamantite and mithril. So what's interesting to me is, because there's no silver and gold progressions over here, they must have some other use, which we have not been exposed to. And I think the Forgotten Temple has something to do with that. So the goal is, as we head to the Forgotten Temple, we're going to try and find a use for our silver and gold ingots. And to do that, I think I might even upgrade the workbench. Unlock a backpack, see if there's any extra inventory space that we can get. Alright, we got one medium hide, that's all we needed. And let's just head back to our base because we are on a mission. And let me just take a look at the map here. So the Forgotten Temple, that is southwest of where we are. And our home's set up here, so I think I'm fairly happy with its positioning. Though actually I may want to consider going a little bit more in the direction of this area, because that seems to be in the middle of many different biomes, which could be interesting to investigate. There we go. So we will make our backpack, and let's just see how it's gonna be used. I have no idea what just happened. Where's the backpack one? Ah, there we go. Okay. So we can store some valuable items in this backpack here. Because we are going somewhere mystical, I'm going to take all of our mystical items and chuck them in. We're waiting on anything else, and yeah, I think we are ready to get on our way. So let's do it. We are heading southwest towards the Forgotten Temple gateway. I say that very ominously, like I'm expecting something to go wrong. But when we're going to a Forgotten Temple, you can't expect the most amazing things, can you? I'm sure there might be lost, enchanted, magical items, but there could also be beings from the depth of hell who will forever torment our soul as we're damned to an eternity of torture. Alrighty. Let's eat that food. Nom nom nom. This is interesting. Is this someone's farm? This is someone's farm. Who are you guys? Does he have a cabbage on his head? A lettuce? Oh, but he seems like a... He looks like Grogu. That is Grogu. Oh my god. What's this? I found Yoda's species. Oh. I'll just snatch that. And that. And that. Don't mind if I do. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Hello? Is anyone home? Do you have a village chief anywhere? Oh, hello there. You look like a interesting set of people. Did you change color? Alright, what do you want to trade? You've got some spices, salt, dough, winterberry bush, berry bush. You are a rootling. Hello, Mrs. Madam, Mr. Sir Rootling. We are going to meet in the future very soon. Very, very soon. I do not have the facilities to be engaging in trade with you, but hopefully our economic partnership can be destined to good fortune, my good sir. Alright. Let me just finish looting. Borrowing some items from these guys, and then we'll be on our way. Hello, kind sir. You look like a guard. I shouldn't disturb you. Do not want to make enemy of the Groot people. I am Groot. And yeah, okay, I think that's enough time wasted. Let's just be on our merry way. I feel like I've missed a huge part of the story going straight north instead of visiting the Forgotten Temple Gateway. Ooh, is that another set of Grootlings? So these might be very common setups that come up. Good to know. Good to know. What's that building there? Oh, I do want to investigate. Oh, and there's a tower. Some sort of monolith type thing. Where do I go? Okay, let's go to the main thing. Wow, this looks very majestic. Is that a soul flame? Should I turn it off? No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't touch it. That looks sacred. Interesting. Yes. Blue glowing mushrooms, very normal. Oh, there are some secrets. There is a secret. Let's check behind the statue. Is there anything behind? Nope. This looks like a destructible wall, but I'm not gonna do anything sacrilegious just yet. Let's investigate. There is a portal there. Hello? Is anyone home? What are you? Ah, you don't look friendly. Oh, good meeting you too, sir. We've got an emerald. The hearts of mighty golems are formed from these gemstones. Arcanists once sought the aid of more industrial diggers to locate deep. Okay, so this is like the sapphire that I found as well. So I will be storing you away. Let me have a little bit of food. Was this trapped? Hopefully not. Collect some more iron. And I'm not too interested in corn. Alright, let's do some looting. I mean exploring. Any secret entrances? The water? That is peculiar. That is very peculiar. Azure log. That was involved in a crusting recipe. If I recall. And a redwood log. Interesting. This looks interesting. Very, very scary. What's that she's holding? Is that she holding an azure fruit? Do they have some sort of magical properties? I feel like I've done something I should not have done. What is this gateway? What could they be hiding? There's only one way to find out. Let's go into the portal. Where am I? Wait, where's my home? Whoa! Wait. Where's home? Server players? Is this multiplayer? Huzzah! Very nice looking statues. Oh, this garden is lovely. I feel like I shouldn't damage anything here though. It looks like a very sacred place. Wow. And these guys, they look so majestic. What happens if I hit him? Oh, I can't. So yes, this must be a server lobby then, because I can't interact with anything. Interesting. Wow. Whoever built this. Magic spirals. Magic, it's real. It's real. Hello? You look like you've come from Monsters Inc. Oh, it's Mrs. Grueling. And she is still doing the same thing. You look like you belong with the minions. Hello? Under constructions. Ah, so they are going to add stuff to do with you, but not at the moment. Okay, very interesting. Good to know. I will be at your service, my good fellow. You will have good business with me. Hello, Mr. Frog. Now, who are you? Are these totems? Are these torches? What are you carrying? You look like a very fancy person. What happens if I interact with you? You've unlocked the memories feature. When encountering creatures, you'll collect memories. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, let me walk around with these animals. So I think I'm collecting memories. Hello? Wow. Well, I think that brings us to the end of today's episode. We're going to do more exploring of future structures and villages and trying to find all the different types of creatures and maybe even upgrade our material from the iron that we've gathered today. We've done a really good job gearing up and exploring both the volcanic area of the caves. We've met some goblins, some golems, and I think we've gotten a good feeling about what this game has in store for us. So, with that being said, if you enjoyed today's video and you're looking forward to our mystical and magical journey in the wonderful world of Hytale, then be sure to leave this video a like, consider subscribing, and yeah, we will just enjoy this journey as the developers introduce more and more content. And I know there are plenty of mods that will be on the way, and I just can't wait for what other things this game has in store for us.